But it's a Rover. Yeah, but it's a GTI. Good afternoon and welcome back. You join me on a fine sunny afternoon. I say afternoon, it's a morning. It's 11:47. It's 11:47, so it's actually a fine sunny morning. And I'm driving back around the Fenlands. Now, the reason why I'm driving today is on the car, I had tyre sizes, I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, 205, 55, 16. 16-inch rims, 55 being the tyre wall height, and 205 being the width. Now, whenever I'd be driving around, if I'd hit some bumpy patches of tarmac, it would shake the car about nobody's business. It was absolutely awful. Now, the reason why I had those tyres on it is when I bought the car, it had those as Goodyears, and then I ended up getting some Toyo tyres to go on it. I just matched the sizes that were there. Never thought anything of it. However, I did think to myself, do you know what, the suspension, going over the bumps, it is far too hard. It would literally bounce me around, and I'm sure you've seen in a couple of my other videos where I've been bounced around a little bit. Doing a little bit of research, turns out that the actual tyre size I needed was 205, 45 16s. So today, I went out this morning and I had them swapped, and as you can see via the back here, I've got the old tyres in the back, because they've literally been on for about 1,000, 1,500 miles, something like that, so not a lot at all. So I'm going to intend to sell those. Like I say, they're premium Toyo tyres, or something. I say premium, mid-premium, aren't they? I'll tell you what the exact things are at the back. But since I've swapped them out, a couple of things I've noticed. One, car does drive a lot smoother, and I really quite enjoy it. And the next bit is, yeah, it's not as bad when driving around. So essentially, I'm able to do quite well with it, get to where I need to be. It doesn't bounce around nowhere near as much. And essentially, a couple of things that I want to show is, besides style-wise, it looking slightly different. Yeah, it's much smoother. So one example is this bit here, which the car bounces around like nobody's business whenever I drive over here. So, but they've also fixed the road, so that's some help. So I'm going to go over a couple bits where, here you go, that's just a normal bump, whereas before it would literally send me blooming flying. I'm going to turn back around, and there's one bump that I go over, and literally every time it's like bum, 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 bum. It's the best way to describe it, which is well, very technical. Let's turn the car around this rubbishy roundabout in the industrial estate. Whee! The most important thing as well is whenever I put the car on full steering lock, sorry, scratch my eyes, itchy. Whenever I have the car on full lock, it would rub on the inner arch. You could literally hear it like rubbing on the inner arch. So yeah, it doesn't now, which is, I suppose, probably the most important thing, because that was quite dangerous. It's taken some of the paint off, so I need to get that sorted as well, because I don't want it to have any rusty spots in it, or develop any rust because it's taken the paint off. Right, let's drive up here. That wasn't the best example that I've just driven over. I was hoping it would be a good example, but luckily there's another bit on the way home this way. You will notice as well, I'm going to insert a photo now. That photo I inserted is the car before I had the the tyres changed, which, as you can see, it's got a good meaty stance to it. And now I'll insert a photo of what it looks like with the tyres swapped out to the slightly smaller size. And as you can see from that photo, yeah, wheels definitely look a lot smaller, or rather, because the tyre profile is smaller, it looks a lot smaller. But it looks a lot smaller, doesn't it? It doesn't look anywhere near as like chunky on the road, which, to be fair, yeah, it's a little bit of a negative, because the doesn't look like the arch is filled out as much. However, the positive being is the car's better to drive. Now, I do have a little bit of suspension work that needs to be done. 2 drop links, and because the bushings on those are wearing away, but the drop links are cheap enough, so you might as well just replace those. But then I've also got a suspension arm that needs to be changed out as well. And at the end of the day, well, really should do both of them together. So that's probably about 100, 125 quid's worth of parts that need to get swapped out and sorted. And then once I've got that, the suspension itself, or the ride, should be a lot smoother, or even better than what it is at the moment. let's let this guy go through first. Here we go. So the next little bit, which is really crazy and bumpy, is coming up in a minute. I say crazy and bumpy, I just want to go around it. Let's go around. Still rattles, but that rattle before was aggressive. And when I mean aggressive, I mean, yeah, it will bounce me along. If I've got a clip of me driving around and going around that corner, I'll insert it. If I haven't got a clip of that, I'll insert a couple others of me getting hit by these bumps as I go around. This is the one. Car went flying, so my phone came off. Yeah. So long story short, or short story long, since upgrading the tyres, I suppose, would it be downgrading the tyres, since downsizing the tyres? Because normally you'd obviously have a smaller rim, so you got more tyre wall. It's better. Whereas now it's same sized rim, less tyre wall. It's now better, but that's because they were too big for the vehicle that it was on. So I think it was sort of like when the car bounced, it might have been hitting off suspension components and whatever, which could also be the reason why certain parts of the suspension have perished quicker than other parts. It only goes to show that in reality, what the manufacturer says is usually the best thing to do for your car. And I suppose the other reality is, yeah, pay attention to what you're doing. Don't mess around with bits that you shouldn't be messing around with. Suspension's quite important. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. Not exactly the most exciting update to give anybody, but tyre's been changed, drives much better. You can tell from the bumps and the road that life's a little bit better. Yeah. And now that you've seen the dirty old pictures of my car, I think it's time for me to drive home, give it a wash, because it really needs it. So I'm going to get on and do that now. Thank you very much for listening to my update, guys. I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, I don't know when you're watching this, evening. This is not going to be a proper video. I believe I'm just putting this out on a Wednesday, so enjoy this Wednesday upload of my just random update. It doesn't warrant like a full video, because it's just an update. Anyway, I really do appreciate it. Please feel free, like, subscribe. Check out some of the other videos. I'm sure they'll be top fun. I think they pop up in this corner here. I hope you like it with the little bit of driving road in that top corner. That's a good point, actually. Please let me know if you like seeing the driving roads in the top corner here, because I think it gives you something else to look at, as opposed to just looking at my face talking with scenery flying past behind me. It lets you know, I suppose, where I'm going and what I'm doing. If you've got any ideas of things that I can do, any upgrades that won't massively negatively impact the way that it drives, please let me know. If you want to buy some tyres, I'll put the link to these in the description box. I'm hoping they sell sooner rather than later. I think in total they originally cost me brand new, I think it was like £80 a tyre or something like that. I'm probably only looking for, I don't know, 100 to 150 quid, something like that, just to claw some money back from these. I suppose they'll be considered part warns, but I just need them gone. Somebody can make use of them. They're still really good. There'll be photos on there. I'm going to do classic face bay, I think, because that'll be the quickest and easiest way to get rid of them. And yeah, you guys have a great afternoon, have a great morning, have a great whatever, have a great poo as always. And if you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. It'll be good to hear your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that may be. When I say, it'll be on a Saturday, won't it? There might be another Wednesday video. If there's another Wednesday catch-up, then I'll catch you on the Wednesday catch-up. Keep catching you. Right, see you later. Bye-bye.